Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our poor Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem HaKadosh. That's in the ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah or Yahweh, and his son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give it up honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all the brothers and more who are pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel, shalom. This lesson going to entitled it, I'm not sure, something in regards to patience. As it's coming down to that wire now, when the prophecies at the end is manifest as it's written, now after this just pray for the strength to endure unto the end, and this is a precept here is Luke chapter 21 and verse 19. It says, in your patience possess ye your souls. Right, so patience because we have to wait. Don't wait there here for a while. Well, we're not 2021 now. Coming to this video, I think like this shit going next tomorrow. Right? But couple years, we're still there. And even though we wish for this thing get destroyed, up to this year, we still await for a major prophecy, which is the mark of the beast. Without the mark of the beast, right, the destruction cannot come. And the mark of the beast has to be made mandatory, But we have to wait upon it. And that's patience, that's suffering. Because we see the times getting tougher, persecution, brothers going through hell, but regardless, we still have to wait. We still have to have patience, right? Because as written here in Matthew 10 and verse 22, it said, and he shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So it's all about enduring unto the end. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So coming to this sphere, right, the better part of it is the end, when we endure unto the end. Right, we can have a scripture tell you about a man who basically come to this truth for the paraphrase, and then in basically turn from righteousness, in turn back to wickedness. It's just all righteousness will be forgotten, Right, so if I pray for the strength to endure and that come out with patience, right? Then a precept here on deck. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, he that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest he fall. So we can't go left, can't go right, can't go no other way. But continue on that one straight path, waiting for our redemption, waiting for the destruction as well, because we can't force it, right? It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear, and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and save it in time of affliction. We know the time of affliction is coming, or temptation, Woe be to the fearful hearts, and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will he do when the Lord shall visit you? Because the Lord, is coming back. Yahushua is coming back. As I'm gonna start get it in the Hebrews. I get Luke 18. It says here, not the Lord of vengeance. I'm gonna start get it too. Luke 18. And let's start that one and read down to the point, verse 8 real quick. Luke 18 verse 1. It said, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. So we're not supposed to give in, give in to the affliction, the pressure that's going to come down upon us, for resist that Vanessa, and for resist ultimately the mark of the beast, for resist, worshiping our basically being a part, of this wicked ass world. indulging in the wickedness. I was supposed to resist, strive for truth unto death. But the Lord shall fight for thee. Right, saying, there was in a city a judge, which feared not the Most High, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he be along with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth? That's the question. Yahushua is coming back, which lead me to the final precept, God's willing, Hebrews 10. I'm going to start a verse. And we start at verse 32. It's about call to remembrance, so Hebrews 10:32. But call to remembrance the former days, in which, after he were illuminated, he endured a great fight of afflictions. So we were given this light, brought into the light of Yahweh Shem Shai, and getting this understanding. We start basically suffer affliction, and we endure up to this time, right? So partly whilst ye were made a gazing stock both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly while ye became companions of them that were so used, because we joined the ranks. So for he had compassion on me in my bonds, and this was Paul referring to the Hebrews, but it's the same thing playing out today, It said, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that he have in heaven a better and an enduring substance. So cast not away therefore your confidence, which had great recompense of reward. For he have need of patience, that after he have done the will of Yahweh, he might receive the promise. So we need patience here, that after we basically doing this work, wait, enduring to the end, Lord's willing. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. So it's just a little moment before Yahweh shall return, and we see the signs, we see everything manifesting. But as Peter said, let me see if we can get it real quick. The church said this. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Mashiach. So we are going through hell right now. The scripture say, surely chastising, you see him joyful but grievous, but at the end, basically, basically store for a betterment, perfection, right? Of course, of the paraphrase in the scripture. So back to Hebrews 10 and reading back verse 37. So for yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. So Yahushua is coming back. So we have to wait upon him. It's a sure thing that he is coming back. But we have to keep the patience, in all things. Right? Scripture say what in Revelation 2 and 10. The devil will cast some of us into prison. We shall be tried 10 days. Basically, it's a a rough time, specific, right? A number of days will be tried. But it's what be faithful unto death, and the Lord shall give us a crown of life. So it's unto death, it's on basically I remember Brother Makola, from our camp, so make a quote, say salvation to death or deliverance, So it's on to either will basically die, and the scripture says the spirit dead shall rise first in Yahushua, or ultimately with upon earth and get delivered physically. But Yahushua is coming back, and we have to wait until the end. It says, no, the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Let's say any man who basically put him onto the plow and look back is not fit for the kingdom. Also, so remember Lot's wife. Right, so we have a person press forward onto the end. Right. Verse 39, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition. So if you turn back, you're going to get destroyed with this world. But of them that believe to the saving of the soul. Who believe, right? By faith, faith, right, come with works. So we show my faith by my works. And if we really believe here, we have to wait for our Savior. Yahweh Shem Shai said what? Shall he find faith on the earth when the Son of Man return? Right, so I have a prayer for the strength, for endure unto the end, for basically keep that patience right unto the end. So that's the lesson there. Hope it was edifying until you out there. Giving all praise to our poor Yahweh Shem Shai Shem Kodash. The one is unto our elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to the full, Shalom.